Hi, I'm Patrick, and this is Psych of Pat. I'm a professional psychotherapist and counselor, and I'm doing a 7-part commentary on the accuracy and mental health risks that the show 13 Reasons Why poses. Here's part 7. So I've done it. I've watched the entire season 1 of this controversial show. I'll talk about episode 13 first, and then I'll talk about the season as a whole. Throughout the entire season, Hannah's parents have been preparing to pursue legal action by suing the school. In episode 11, Hannah's mom finds a list among Hannah's possessions that contains the names of all of the people mentioned in her tapes. All of them are then issued subpoenas, and healing for some of them begins, with Zach and Jessica both admitting that they played a part in not treating Hannah with decency. In the tapes, Hannah decides to give seeking help one last try. She opens up to Mr. Porter, the school counselor, telling him things like she feels empty, that she doesn't care about much anymore, that she feels like she's being a burden to her parents, or that she doesn't have any friends. She even goes as far as to say that she wants life to stop. She told him how everything had led her to that point, including being raped. She shows him that she is afraid and that she is desperate. Hearing all of those things though, how would you react? I don't know about you, but watching the show, I saw him do what he did. He asked irrelevant questions. He is distracted by his phone. He made empty promises based on conditions. And at the end of it, he basically just tells her to move on. When she finally walks out on him, he doesn't even chase after her. It's an intense, tragic episode. More intense and more tragic than the ones before it. I'm not going to go into the details of this episode anymore. I actually skipped over some of the scenes because I couldn't bear to watch what was happening. I even almost cried. Do not watch this show. You don't need to. Over the course of making this 7-part mini-series, I pointed out some of the facts and some of the things that the show represented accurately. But you don't need to watch the show just to learn all of those things. I've pretty much done it for you. Sure, this show could teach you some things about high school life, depression, and suicide, but there are other, better ways to learn these things. 13 Reasons Why doesn't show you any effective ways to respond to calls for help. It only shows you what leads to it. It also shows you how people fail other people. Friends, classmates, families, professionals. It presents you a very dark view of the world. The rest of the world isn't like that though. There are reliable people in your life. There are reliable professionals. You don't need a show to tell you all of those things. What you need to know is how to help. Look, again, I get it. It's scary to deal with things like that. I deal with suicide and it scares me too. But because I know what to do, I deal with it despite my fear. Because I don't want people to die. I want people to know that there is hope. That there are options. When dealing with these kinds of things, we all have the tendency to miss it or dismiss it or avoid it. What do I mean by that? When you miss it, you didn't recognize any of the signs at all. When you dismiss it, you've just trivialized it by saying things like, move on, or you'll get over it, or it'll pass. When you avoid it, you recognize some of the signs and the symptoms, but you don't do anything about it. Maybe out of fear, or maybe out of not knowing what to do. Don't do this. Don't miss, dismiss, nor avoid. Where does Psych of Pat go from here? I'm not going to watch season 2. No more commentaries. The next videos that come after this will be for the purposes of teaching people more about depression, how to spot signs, and how to help. Tell me what else you'd like to learn and I'll do what I can to help. You can share it with me in the comments or you can reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you'll get notified when the videos come out. I'll be seeing you in the next one.